with you this morning. I just want to take a moment and say, I think you already know this, but you are so blessed to have Brother Jim as your pastor. I hope that you verbalize and show him in action that you truly are thankful for him and his wife and how they lead this church and love you and shepherd the souls of men. That's a very heavy burden, but he does it well. And I really do think a lot of Jim and think a lot of his ministry. He is truly a gift from God. My name is Baxter Boyd. I am still a senior fellow at the Family Foundation here in Kentucky. But I have launched a new ministry that the Lord has burdened my heart with for over 5 years. And I have now begun, I am the founder and director of the Lighthouse Institute for Christian Apologetics. And we are, our mission is to help believers be engaged and equipped to defend their faith intellectually and winsomely. And in our culture today, it shouldn't be much as a surprise to you all. There is a lot of confusion, a tremendous amount of confusion. And unfortunately, what we are seeing is a lot of believers, which we will look at in just a moment. Those deep questions of life, the deep questions of the soul, are things we should have to confront and wrestle with, but many believers do not. And the Lighthouse Institute stands ready to give a public defense of the Christian faith, both in the public square and also in the church, to help raise up a generation who can defend their faith. And if you want to know more about the Lighthouse Institute, I will be here after the service, and feel free to come and talk to me. Theologians group together in one term evil to mean just for the purposes of the sermon this morning. When I read evil, it refers to evil, suffering, and pain. Throughout human history, the world has experienced wars, famines, disasters, genocide, murder, and much more. And this has posed a very difficult question to Christian faith. And here it is. How can an omniscient, omnibenevolent, omnipotent God allow evil to exist? Now think about that for a moment. If God is all good, where does evil come from? If he's all powerful, he could stop evil, but yet it exists. Where is God in all of this? Have you really thought about that question? It's a difficult question. This question alone, I personally believe, is the biggest reason many leave the Christian faith. Many end up rejecting the Christian faith because of this dilemma of evil. Alvin Plantinga believes it might be the single most powerful argument against the existence of the Christian God. Scottish philosopher David Hume in the 1700s produced his well-known trilemma that infers that the goodness of God, the power of God, the reality of evil cannot coexist simultaneously. He says this, quote, "Is God willing to prevent evil but not able? Then he is impotent. Then God's weak. He's not all powerful. Is he able but not willing? Then he is evil. Is he both able and willing? Then why does evil exist?" End quote. Hume is arguing what many have now come to adopt, and this is the reason that many have left the Christian faith. There are two evils that we're going to kind of look at. There's what's known as moral evil and natural evil. Theologians categorize evil in these two ways. Moral evil is, think of this, human action, murder, genocide, those things. That is moral evil. And then you have natural evil. Natural evil is things that cause suffering and pain in people's life, like natural disasters, earthquakes, those sorts of things. But all of this is evil. It is the reality of evil. And both moral and natural evil have brought immense suffering and pain to humanity over the years. Bart Ehrman, who is a New Testament scholar, he served as a Baptist pastor for a long time. And Dr. Ehrman is one of the foremost New Testament scholars in the world. He is a professor at University of North Carolina. He earned his doctorate degree from Princeton Theological Seminary, and he sought out to defend the Christian faith until one day he said he no longer could defend the Christian faith because of the problem of evil. Listen to what he says. I realized that I could no longer reconcile the claims of faith with the facts of life. In particular, I could no longer explain how there can be a good and all-powerful God actively involved with this world given the state of things. For many people who inhabit this planet, life is a